What if I told you there was a dinosaur so big it made T-Rex seem tiny, another that could practically swim like a crocodile, and even one that looked more like a bird than a terrifying predator? Get ready, because these aren't scenes from a science fiction movie. They're real prehistoric creatures you won't believe actually existed. Number 7. The swimming giant, Spinosaurus aegyptiacus. Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, often called the spine lizard, was a predator that stood apart from all others. Reaching up to around 46 feet long, it was even larger than the famous T-Rex. But what truly set Spinosaurus apart were its remarkable adaptations for a semi-aquatic life, something no other giant theropod had achieved. Fossil evidence shows that Spinosaurus had dense, osteosclerotic bones, which helped it control its buoyancy in water, much like today's aquatic mammals. Its feet were broad and paddle-like, and its long, flexible tail was shaped for swimming, similar to the tails of crocodiles and newts. These features, combined with a crocodile-like snout lined with conical teeth, made Spinosaurus a specialist at catching fish. Raised nostrils and pressure-sensitive snout openings point to a lifestyle spent hunting in rivers and wetlands, dominating a habitat few others could. Then there's the sail, a towering structure formed by elongated vertebrae. Scientists still debate its purpose. Some think it helped regulate body temperature, others see it as a display for mates or rivals, and a few suggest it might have helped Spinosaurus move through water. Whichever the purpose, that sail was anything but ordinary. Spinosaurus challenges our image of dinosaurs as purely land-dwelling predators and reminds us how diverse and unexpected their world could be. While Spinosaurus conquered water, another dinosaur would change everything we thought we knew about what it meant to be a predator. Number 6. The feathered predator that changed everything, Deinonychus antieuropus. In the tangled undergrowth of Cretaceous forests, a swift, feathered predator stalked its prey. This was Deinonychus antieuropus, whose name means terrible claw, a reference to the large, sickle-shaped talon on each hind foot. At about 11 feet long and weighing up to 73 kilograms, Deinonychus was agile and powerful, built for quick maneuvers rather than brute force. Fossil evidence reveals pennaceous feathers on its arms and tail, the earliest proof of bird-like plumage in dinosaurs, giving it an appearance that was more bird than reptile. The discovery of Deinonychus in the 1960s by paleontologist John Ostrom marked a turning point in our understanding of dinosaurs. Its skeleton showed traits that challenged the idea of dinosaurs as slow, cold-blooded reptiles. Hollow bones, flexible joints, and those distinctive feathers pointed to a warm-blooded, active lifestyle. The sickle claw, once thought to slash prey, may have acted more like a grappling hook, helping Deinonychus pin down victims, similar to how modern birds of prey use their talons. If parts of Deinonychus seem familiar, it's because its image inspired the raptors in Jurassic Park. However, the real animal was smaller and feathered, quite different from the scaly giants on screen. This shift in scientific understanding, from lumbering reptiles to dynamic, intelligent hunters, helped reveal the close evolutionary link between dinosaurs and birds. While Deinonychus changed how we see dinosaur predators, some prehistoric creatures baffle us with features that seem to defy explanation. Number 5. The clawed enigma. Therizinosaurus coloniformis. Therizinosaurus coloniformis stands out as one of the most unusual dinosaurs ever discovered. With enormous claws, each more than 50 centimeters long and possibly reaching a meter, about 3 feet, it looks almost like something from a science fiction story. Its body combined a pot-bellied torso, a long neck, a small head with a beak, and a feathered covering. The result was a dinosaur that seemed mismatched, but every feature had a purpose. When paleontologists first uncovered Therizinosaurus in the Gobi Desert, they had only fragments, mostly those oversized claws. Early on, some scientists even thought the remains belonged to a giant turtle-like reptile, and the claws were imagined as tools for harvesting seaweed. As new fossils came to light, including a reanalysis of a supposed sauropod rib in 1982 and the 1988 discovery of Segnosaurus fossils with leaf-shaped teeth, the picture changed. Later finds of related therizinosaurs with more complete skulls and teeth confirmed that Therizinosaurus belonged to a group of plant-eating theropods. Its claws, while intimidating, were likely used to hook and pull vegetation within reach, and perhaps for display or defense. Therizinosaurus's wide, sturdy frame and long neck helped it feed on higher foliage, and its slow movements matched its peaceful, herbivorous lifestyle. This dinosaur's odd mix of traits shows how evolution can produce forms that seem almost impossible, even among giants. But when it comes to sheer size, another dinosaur pushed the limits of what life on land could achieve. Number 4, the Titan of Titans, Argentinosaurus huinculensis. Imagine a creature whose leg alone would tower over you. Argentinosaurus huinculensis, discovered in Argentina's Huincal Formation, stands as one of the largest dinosaurs ever found. Measuring between 30 and 35 meters in length and weighing about 65 to 75 tons, this giant herbivore was a true marvel of the late Cretaceous. Its long neck, estimated at over 2 meters based on close relatives, allowed Argentinosaurus to reach a wide range of foliage without moving its massive body, letting it feed efficiently in a landscape full of towering plants. Argentinosaurus needed to eat enormous amounts of vegetation to fuel its huge body. Its broad muzzle and simple peg-like teeth suggest it was a non-selective browser, likely feeding on a variety of plants and even fruits. The giant's ribcage hints at a large digestive system, possibly relying on fermentation to break down tough plant material. The bones that supported its weight were incredibly robust, with vertebrae filled with air chambers to lighten the load, and short, sturdy limbs adapted for a heavy, slow-moving lifestyle. Evidence from trace fossils in the same formation suggests that Argentinosaurus may have moved in groups, perhaps for protection against predators like Mapusaurus. Even with its size, living in herds could have offered extra security in a world full of dangers. Of course, not every dinosaur relied on size for survival. Some took a completely different approach, surprising scientists with adaptations that seem almost otherworldly. Number 3, the four-winged wonder, Microraptor gui. Microraptor gui was a dinosaur that challenged expectations in almost every way. Found in the forests of what is now Liaoning, China, and dating back about 125 million years, this small dromaeosaur measured less than a meter in length and weighed only around a kilogram. Paleontologists have named 3 species, M. gui, M. zhaoyanus, and M. hongkingi, but most researchers now think these fossils represent different growth stages of a single species, reflecting ongoing debate about their classification. What truly set Microraptor apart were its 4 wings, long, pernicious feathers on both arms and legs, forming aerodynamic surfaces suited for gliding or possibly even powered flight. Its thick feather covering included a diamond-shaped fan at the tip of the tail, which may have helped with stability. Fossilized gut contents, discovered in 2003, revealed fish remains along with other small vertebrates, showing that Microraptor was an adaptable hunter able to target prey in both trees and water. One of the most striking features of Microraptor was its plumage. In 2012, researchers used scanning electron microscopes to analyze melanosomes in a fossil specimen, confirming that its feathers were not only functional but also glossy black and iridescent, much like a modern starling. This discovery offers a glimpse into how even small dinosaurs used color and shine, possibly for communication or display. Microraptor's unusual design gives us a key piece of the puzzle in understanding how flight evolved. But while some dinosaurs took to the air, others developed a very different kind of defense, armor that could withstand even the fiercest predators. Number 2, the living tank, Ankylosaurus magniventris. Ankylosaurus magniventris, often called the living tank, was a master of defense in the late Cretaceous. Its body was shielded by a complex arrangement of osteoderms, bony plates embedded in the skin that varied from small knobs to broad, flat panels. Some of these plates were several inches thick and reinforced by interwoven collagen fibers, creating armor that was both lightweight and highly resistant to the teeth and claws of predators. This intricate system covered most of the body, leaving little exposed to attack. The most distinctive feature of Ankylosaurus was its massive tail club. Built from fused vertebrae and thick layers of bone, the club could reach over 22 inches wide. Biomechanical studies suggest that a swing from this tail delivered a force similar to a modern bullwhip, strong enough to break the bones of even the largest predators. Scientists continued to debate whether the tail club was mainly used for defense, for fighting with rivals, or as a decoy to distract attackers away from the head. Even the skull of Ankylosaurus was covered in bony knobs and short horns, adding another layer of protection. With its slow movements and specialized defenses, Ankylosaurus shows how some dinosaurs became highly adapted to their environments, not just monstrous in size or power. Its legacy reminds us that prehistoric life was full of unique strategies for survival. Sometimes, the most remarkable adaptations are the ones that look the strangest. There are dinosaurs whose appearance is so unusual that they raise new questions about how we classify and understand these ancient creatures. Number 1. The horned mystery, Stygimoloch spinifer. Stygimoloch spinifer stands out for its unusual skull, a thick dome ringed with long, pointed horns and spikes that give it a fierce, almost mythical look. Fossils from the Hell Creek Formation first led paleontologists to classify Stygimoloch as its own species, based on these dramatic features. But as more skulls turned up, including ones with domes and horns at different stages of development, scientists began to question whether Stygimoloch was truly unique. The key to the mystery lies in how dinosaurs change as they grow. Juvenile dinosaurs often look very different from adults, and in the case of Stygimoloch, some researchers now think the prominent horns and spikes were actually features of a young Pachycephalosaurus. As these animals matured, the horns may have shrunk and the dome thickened, creating the classic Pachycephalosaurus profile. A 2020 study that examined a series of Pachycephalosaur skulls, including those of Stygimoloch, found that these differences fit a growth sequence rather than separate species. This evidence supports the idea that Stygimoloch is better understood as a juvenile stage, not a distinct dinosaur. This ongoing debate shows how new fossil discoveries can overturn old ideas and reshape our understanding of dinosaur diversity. Each find is a reminder that paleontology is a science that keeps evolving, with every new piece of evidence offering a chance to see these extraordinary creatures in a new light. Dinosaurs weren't just ancient reptiles, they were some of the most extraordinary and diverse creatures to ever walk, swim, or fly on Earth. Each one, from the towering Argentinosaurus to the feathered Microraptor, adapted in ways that pushed the boundaries of survival, showing just how inventive evolution can be. The fossils we uncover today continue to challenge what we thought we knew about these prehistoric giants. Which dinosaur mystery will scientists solve next? Stay curious, there's always more coming from the ground beneath our feet. Hit subscribe and let us know in the comments which dinosaur surprised you the most.